Hi, this is Miss Andrea. I work for the Children's Museum of Houston Science Workshop Program, and I'm here courtesy of the Harris County Department of Education, Case for Kids, City Connections, which is funded by the City of Houston. And I'm bringing you today a fun project. I really enjoyed doing this project. I think you will really enjoy doing this project. And I want to tell you that I had so much fun doing the Mother's Day project series. I love doing it. And it's not because I'm crafty, because I'm really not a crafty person. I had so much fun because I had to use my imagination. I had very limited supplies that I could use, and I had to really scrounge for stuff. And it was fun. I really enjoyed it. So the main thing was that I used my imagination. And I'm going to tell you, imagination is so important. Without imagination, you can't have great buildings and great works of art and great literature and great music. And we wouldn't have even been able to walk on the moon without imagination because it takes somebody thinking about that stuff. So um, I have a quote that I really like from somebody who's a great scientist, Albert Einstein, and he says, "Imagination is more important than knowledge." Imagination is more important than knowledge. And who is Albert Einstein, you say? For those of you that don't know who he was a theoretical physicist, and he developed the theory of relativity. And that is one of the pillars of modern physics, along with quantum mechanics. And so you say, huh? Albert Einstein was a fantastic scientist. How about E equals mc squared? You know that? I think you might have heard that before. Energy equals mass times the speed of light squared. And he's like, huh? So Albert Einstein was a really smart guy. He was a genius. He had a high IQ, and he was a scientist. And that's the main point I want to get you. This great scientist said, imagination is more important than knowledge. So what does that mean? That means don't let anybody tell you that doing projects and playing around and playing pretend or when you're little, or doing art projects is not important, because it is. Because imagination is the thing that's going to make you successful. So all the things we've been doing, if you've been branching out, like take my projects and I keep telling you, do your own thing. That is because I want you to grow your imagination. And if you didn't do that and use my projects, that's okay, because you can build knowledge on other knowledge. So it's fine to do that. After so many times of doing knowledge from other people's knowledge, your imagination starts to kick in and you start saying, oh, what if? So it's okay. Don't feel bad about that. You just have to always keep trying on your own to expand those projects. So the project I brought you today, I really like. It's actually a challenge, the Getty Challenge from the Paul Getty Museum in Los Angeles. And so what happened was when they had to close down, they put out a challenge to their social media followers. And what they told them was, find a piece of artwork and then recreate it from the stuff that you have at your house. From the stuff you have at your house. Does that sound familiar? That's why I know you can do this. You can just use your imagination and look for things that you think will work once you find a piece of artwork. So the trick really is to find something that you really look around your house, look at the challenge, look at the stuff that other people have done, and then find stuff that in your house that you think would work, and then how do you put it all together? So I did that. I looked at all the Getty challenge. I looked at a lot of the stuff that people had submitted, and then I looked at the things that I had, and I really liked the ones with pets. And so I ended up doing one with my dog Scruffy. So I'm going to introduce you to Scruffy. Let me see if I can get him to come over. Scruffy, treat, 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 treat. This always gets him over here. Oh, look at that. Hello, Scruffy. This is Scruffy. Scruffy's a rescue. Sit. And this is Chip. Chip's a recent rescue. I rescued Scruffy off the streets. I helped him out of a predicament. And then after that, every time I would come home, Scruffy would come running, and he would run around my car, and he would run around my car. And I would tell him, I don't have time for a Scruffy puppy. And so then, Chip, sit, 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 good, good boy. So then Scruffy, I told him, I don't have time for a Scruffy puppy. And then Scruffy decided different. So now he's my puppy. And this is Chip. Chip is a recent rescue. He almost died. His foster mom brought him back from the brink of death. And he wouldn't eat. He was so sick. So the first thing he ate Sit, 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 sit. The first thing he would eat, or he ate, was a chip. Sit. And that's how he got his name. Scruffy. Good. Sit, sit, sit. Good boy. That's it, boys. That's it. So the reason that I chose Scruffy is that he has great expressions. So then I went and looked at artwork, and I found this portrait of this little boy, and I thought I could get Scruffy to get that expression, and so that's what I did. So let me show you what the artwork looked like, and I'll show you what I did with Scruffy, and then I'll show you how I did it. Okay, so this is the address for the Getty Challenge, and I'm going to hold it there for a second so that you can see it, and if you want to look it up, you can put it on pause. And then I'm going to show you some of the works of art. So there's one. Let's see. That one's really good. She really looks like the Mona Lisa. Cute. Little abstract. Abstract. Look at that. Again, use of a puppy. I'm going to go through these fairly quickly just so you get an idea. Look at that one with the toilet paper rolls. Oh no, that's not nice. Aw, very cute. So you kind of get the idea. I mean, people just recreating these from things that they had around their house. Like this girl, she just dressed in a pink dress with some white tights, and this is a very famous painting. Look at that one with the toilet paper rolls again. So toilet paper rolls were something that showed up a lot. You kind of get an idea. I'm just going through these really quickly because I want you to look them up on your own, so that you could get an idea. So let me show you what I did with Scruffy. There's my painting that I found with the little boy, and then you can see there's the outfit I was talking about with the white pillowcase, and he kind of has that expression. So that was mine, and I really liked it. I had a lot of fun doing it. Okay, wasn't that fun? I had so much fun making that. Doing those pictures. I really did. I went looking for stuff, and then I got excited when I found the right stuff. So let me show you my thought process on it was. I decided I wanted to use Scruffy. I found that picture, and then I remembered this outfit that my sister had bought Scruffy that was for when it gets cold. It's really nice. It looks like the little shirt that the kid's wearing. And so then I went and found that. And then I needed the white shirt. And so I found a silk pillowcase and I stuck it inside of there. And I brought that up. And then my mom, she liked to sew, so she had all this fabric. And I was looking through the fabric, but I found this great scarf that she had. And it had that kind of dark coloring like the painting. And did you notice the painting's really dark? So it has this like very light area on his face, and then everything else around him is very dark. So in order to recreate that, I just took a lamp and took the shade off and turned it on its side, and then I turned off the lights. And that gave me that really nice lighting. And so it was really very simple, but it was not simple. It seems simple. People go, oh, I can do that, and then they try it and it's kind of hard. But it's because you have to use your imagination. You have to just don't see things for what they are. Just kind of like look at the painting and say, oh, well, this apple here looks like it could work for this thing, or this pineapple, or my bed sheet, or this nightie, or whatever. Okay, so you just have to use your imaginations. I really think you guys should do this. I think it's fantastic. And even if you don't submit it, to the Getty Challenge people at the Getty Museum, I think you should still do it and send it to your friends, send it to your family, just get a big laugh out of it. I hope that you enjoy this project. I was so excited to bring it to you. And remember, be as smart as Einstein. What did Einstein say? Imagination is more important than knowledge. So, knowledge is important. Don't get me wrong. You have to put that imagination into knowledge. So, you still have to do all the other things. You can't just do project stuff. Project stuff, the thing that opens you up, and then you have to do the work and bring the knowledge. So knowledge can be obtained through other knowledge, but new knowledge has to come from imagination. You want to be the new knowledge. You want to be the person that creates a new financial system, or that creates the next vaccine that will keep things like what happened to us not to happen to us. You want to be the person who creates the next big artwork. In order to do that, you've got to have the imagination. So get out there and have fun.